National environmental group Greenpeace has stressed that it is monitoring the cleanup operation of areas that a major diesel spillage has affected in Durban. The group says it expects an efficient and speedy cleanup of the affected areas. It's been reacting to reports that a pipeline between Durban and Johannesburg burst in an upmarket housing complex in Durban's outskirts, spilling 200,000 litres of diesel. The pipe burst reportedly happened on Tuesday morning. The pipeline has since been shut. Transnet says it has dispatched a team to the scene. Greenpeace Group Senior Climate and Energy Campaign Manager Melita Steele joins us on the line for more. Melita, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on PM News.
Hi, good afternoon, Alicia. Thanks for inviting me.
Melita, please tell us why Greenpeace is monitoring the cleanup operation in the affected areas.
Well, it's really scary when these kind of oil spills happen, and the impacts both on people and the environment are often immense. And one of the biggest risks is that oil spills, the oil can actually leach into groundwater or waterways. And so the cleanup is just as important as making sure that the pipe is properly repaired.
Melita, but then what are some of the dangers that both the people and the environment can face in these types of situations?
Well, there are actually significant threats. So because it's diesel, that means that there will actually be diesel fumes coming from the spill itself, which has been linked to both cancer and lung disease. So there are risks to the people in the area itself. But then it is also the real risk to the soil. So as the spill was on land, and there's actually a farm nearby to the location, the oil binds to the soil, and this means water can't be absorbed. And so basically either the soil needs to be removed or completely decontaminated.
Are you able to tell us what is the extent of the damage to the affected areas, Melita?
Well, it seems like in the actual residential area itself that only a few homes were actually impacted. But the oil has moved significantly beyond the residential complex into the farm nearby. And there is earth-moving equipment where the emergency team seems to be applying some kind of absorbent material. But unfortunately, it is quite a stark reminder of the dangers associated with fossil fuels.
Melita, look, we understand that Transnet has dispatched a team to the scene, but what exactly is their responsibility?
Well, they have a huge responsibility, and so not only do they have to dispatch an emergency team, but they're actually also responsible for the environmental rehabilitation, for making sure that the pipeline is repaired. But also, Greenpeace has heard that the pipeline itself may not have been properly maintained. And if that is the case, then there is actually a significant problem for Transnet. But in the short term, it is really making sure that the site is cleared up as quickly as possible, but also possibly that homeowners are actually evacuated from the area, given the potentially significant health impacts.
Melita, have you been to the area, the affected area, and just how far is the cleanup mission so far?
I haven't actually been to the area myself. Unfortunately, I'm in East London, which is a bit far away. But we have activated both our activists and our volunteer groups to go to the area. It does seem like the cleanup is underway. Some areas are fenced off from the homeowners, and earth-moving equipment is there, but Transnet seems to estimate that the proper cleanup is going to take months.
And how can the community assist in the cleanup and the operation, and what are some of the precaution measures that need to be taken, Melita?
Well, I think one of the big issues is, so I don't know if many people in South Africa know, but Eskom is actually a huge buyer of diesel at the moment to keep our open gas cycle turbines moving during the electricity crisis. And so something like this is really a stark reminder of how our over-reliance on fossil fuels is always dangerous. Greenpeace strongly advocates moving away from fossil fuels and towards renewable energy. But in terms of Transnet's responsibilities and what needs to happen going forward, is that I think the people living in the area need to pay very close attention. They need to monitor the cleanup as much as Greenpeace is monitoring. But also making sure that Transnet corporations are responsible for maintenance, but also publicly releasing results of any investigation that may follow.
Thank you so much for that. That's Melita Steele, Greenpeace Senior Climate and Energy Campaign Manager, talking to us about the oil spill in